Okay, as you can find here in this part, you're going to find that we need to find the connotation for each word down first. Widespread. Widespread means existing or happening in many places or among many people. منتشر. So we can say that widespread is neutral or it can be positive. But I'm going to say that it's neutral because sometimes bad action can be widespread in an area. So widespread, existing or happening in many places. Careful. You know that careful is positive from the beginning. Unintended means not planned or meant. Neutral also. Whenever we have neutral, we're going to go to the context clue. Infrequent. Infrequent, not happening often. So also neutral. Can be the answer B? No. Because whenever we have neutral, we can't use the odd one out. We have to go to the context clue to find it. He said in the early 18s, the Cherokee scholar Sequoyah created the first script or writing system for an indigenous language in the United States. Because it represents the sounds of spoken Cherokee so accurately, take care of so accurately. His script was easy to learn. Easy to learn. And thus quickly achieved what? Use. We have here colon. What come after the colon is going to be explanation. By 1830, over 90% of the Cherokee people could read and write it. So it's famous. It happened in all places, in all areas. So the answer is widespread. Clear, Khalid?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to number 2 and write the answer on the chat box, please. Okay, as you can find here, I'm going to look at the connotation of each word first. He said unobtrusive. Unobtrusive means not noticeable, not noticeable, or not attracting attention. So here, if we're going to talk about it's not noticeable, not attracting attention, again, I'm going to put it neutral. Concealed. Concealed means hidden. Concealed means hidden. So concealed here, again, neutral. Approximate, it's close to something, but not exact, تقريبي. So again, neutral. Peripheral, far from the center. Peripheral, far from the center. Peripheral. So again, it's neutral. Okay, so because all of them are neutral, I'm gonna go to the context clue. He said the province of Kozukonchu was situated on the Pacific coast, hundreds of kilometers southeast of Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire. Till now, he talked about direction, spaces. Because Kusukonchko's location within the empire was so, Kok and other trade goods produced there could reach the capital only after a long over a land journey just to arrive or to reach the capital. So because of that, it's far from the center. Far from the center, not hidden. Not hidden, Luma. Clear, Luma?
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Uh, Let's go to number. Uh, outstrip means to exceed or go beyond. So it's in neutral. So we have two negative and two positive. What we're gonna do, go to the context clue. He said proposals to raise the age at which retirees begin receiving government transfer of funds are generally discussed in terms of the effects on transfer recipients. But, take care of the word but, Andrea Smythe has argued that delaying such transfers could what wealth creation will make what to creation? It will make something negative among working adults by lengthening the period in which they are providing financial support to their non-working parents. So here it will make something negative. So it's not B or it's not C. Is it exceed wealth? No, it's not gonna exceed wealth. I'm sorry. Here the I'm gonna delete this and this. Okay. To speak negatively about wealth creation, no, but it will stymie. Stymie means stop progress, the wealth creation. Block it. Stymie. So the answer is A. Rahaf, clear?
Yes, Mr.
Yusuf Magdi?
Clear.
Khalid?
Yes.
Hamza?
Clear.
Let's go to number 5. Are studying from. So whenever we find a new word that we did the first time to pass through, kindly write it just to memorize it and use it in a sentence. The first one is sanguine. Sanguine means optimistic. Optimistic. So sanguine is optimistic, positive. The word after is recalcitrant. Recalcitrant. Recalcitrant means resistant to authority. Again, a new word. Recalcitrant is resistant to authority or change. Resistant. متمرد. So it's negative. The word after is misanthropic. Misanthropic. Misanthropic means disliking or distrusting people. Don't trust people. Don't like people. All of these are new words. Kindly write them down. So again, it's a negative. The last word is earnest. Earnest, sincere or positive. So it's positive. So let's find out because we have two positive and two negative for number 5. Two positive and two negative. He said political blogs with conspicuous ideological alignments became an integral component of US media in the early 20s. While some commentators lauded this development, asserting that such blogs had a welcome transparency, all of them positive, missing from traditional news. Less observer countered that such blogs tend to ideological extremes. He said less of those people. So I need the opposite, but take care. Less here, it's negative. So if we're gonna bring something positive after it, negative, positive, like we're gonna say not happy, so he said. So negative, positive mean the word here is gonna be negative. طب if it's negative, negative, the word is gonna be positive. But what I want is opposite to what mentioned here, because he said here while, and here he said positive things. So here I need negative things. Here I need negative things. So the word that I must put it here, the word that I must put it here again, it's like math. شبه الماث بالظبط يا شباب. انا دلوقتي here he said while, here positive, so in that part I need negative. يعني في الاتنين دول the answer must be negative. طب less is negative. If I put a positive word here, so the answer is gonna be negative. But if less is negative and I put negative word here, the answer will be positive. And I don't need that because I need the answer negative. So I'm gonna bring something that is positive. So I'm gonna delete B and delete C. Huh? Math. So now we are between two words. Whether it's sanguine, or earnest. Sanguine means optimistic. Earnest means sincere. And it's gonna be optimistic. Less optimistic observer. So the answer is gonna be sanguine. The answer is gonna be A. When an easy way, don't forget this step. When you're solving, if you have a negative word or positive word, and after what you're gonna bring. After what you're gonna bring, because this is so important. Clear, Khalid?
Yes.
Clear, Luma?
Yes, Miss.
Why close your camera, Luma? We said before that if he asks us about the main purpose or the overall purpose, take care. Don't mix it between it and the overall structure. Whenever you have purpose, so read the first sentence and last sentence. Forget about the introduction. So the first sentence is here. The last sentence is here. He said now for as long as he could remember, Max had Big Papa, his father, to take him to see La Arena and the ruins up close. Maybe this summer Papa would finally take him. I'm sorry, I took two sentences. He was almost 12. Okay, let's find. It's a situation that happened to Max, that he asked his father to go to see La Arena, and he was almost 12. I think he let him go in that time. To portray how proud Max's father is of Max, he doesn't talk about any kind of pride. For number 6 here, he doesn't talk about any kind of pride. To explain why Max doesn't want to grow up yet, no even. To criticize Max for disliking summer, we didn't criticize him. To show how much Max wants to visit La Arena, yes, yes, it's level 1 and from the beginning. For people that they are messed up or they don't understand that this is solved like that or not, they can read the whole text to find out after I solve it. I want to now be sure. It said the following text adapted from Pam Monas, Ryan's 2020 novel, Mana Land. In the village where Max lives, there is an old fortress called La Arena. Children in the village say that the fortress is haunted. So for as long he could remember, Max had Big Papa, his father, to take him to see La Arena and the ruins up close. He had been a hero among his friends if he was the first boy to cross the haunted gates. Just because Papa didn't believe in ghosts didn't mean they weren't there. Maybe the summer Papa would finally take him. He was almost 12. Huh? So the answer is D. Clear, Hamza?
Yes, Mr. Clear.
Solve number 7, please. The people that they close the camera. So we have here, again, he said the main purpose. So the first sentence and last sentence, forget about the introduction. And because this is a dialogue, so I think we're gonna take the first part and the last part. Here he said, Mrs. Higgins. I'm serious, Henry. You offend all my friends. They stop coming whenever they meet you. The last sentence said, Mrs. Higgins. Oh, don't they? Small talk indeed. What about your large talk? Really, dear, you mustn't stay. Okay, so there is a problem between Mrs. Higgins and Henry, according to the answer. Let's find. To describe what Henry's mother does when she goes out with her friends. No, she's speaking with Henry. To show that Henry's mother wants him to leave, yes. She told him, you mustn't stay. Can be B. To present a detailed account of what Henry's home looks like, he doesn't describe the home. To explain why Henry often visits his mother, even no. So now it's level 1, but I want to be sure. Some people that they are actually, they have nafs al-lawama. So read, after we finish it with my way, read the whole thing to find that your answer is right or wrong. He said the following text adapted from George Bernard Shaw's 1912 play Pygmalion. Henry Higgins had just arrived at the house of his mother, Mrs. Higgins. She is expecting her friends to visit soon. Miss Higgins, I'm serious, Henry. You offend all my friends. They stop coming whenever they meet you. Higgins, nonsense. I know I have no small talk, but people don't mind. Miss Higgins, oh, don't they? Small talk indeed. What about your large talk? Really, dear, you mustn't stay. So the answer to show that Henry's mother wants him to leave. Okay. Number 8, please. Number 8, the function of the underlined sentence. Before, I'm sorry, I didn't ask the people that they got it wrong. Ahmad Shihawi, clear? Shihawi.
Wait, I didn't choose B.
Yeah, you wrote it D.
I wrote it by accident. I did choose the
Okay.
answer. I already know it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
take care, please. Next time. Khalid, clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to number 8. Start solving it, please. Whenever I told you that he asked you about the function of the underlined sentence, kindly take a sentence before and a sentence after. But the right answer is going to be on the underline. But sometimes you connect it to what come before and what come after. He said here, oh, deep delight to watch the gladsome waves, exultant leap upon the rugged rocks. Then after that he said, ever repulsed, yet ever rushing on, filled with a light that will not know defeat. After, to see the glorious hue of the sky and the sea. Okay. Let's find now to connect it to what come after and what come before, but we're gonna put the underlined part in our mind. He said it portrays the surroundings as an imposing and intimidating scene. He didn't talk about the surrounding here. He said ever repulsed, yet ever rushing on, filled with a life and that will not know defeat. So it's nothing negative here. Imposing here and intimidating negative. Here it's positive. So it's not A. It characterizes the sea waves as a relentless and enduring force. Yes, he said that will know defeat. So it can be B. For number 8. Number C, letter C. It conveyed the speaker ambivalence about the natural word. Again, it's negative here. And we're not talking about negative. No. It draws a contrast between the sea waves and the speaker thoughts. It doesn't make anything about contrast. So the answer is B. Perfect.